Today is more focused on meditation, which is really exciting. My name is Anik. Welcome. We have a whole new vibe today. I have sage here. I was burning it just before I started the live. We're going to let that burn as we do our class today. As you see, it's blue. And the point is we're going to create a really, really calm atmosphere in order to tap in to some really deep and beneficial parts of our brain today. So if you feel called to meditate with me today, please go ahead and do so. This is an invitation to have a moment of quietness in your day. I always love to say that you're welcome to stay as long as you want. This does normally take about 30 to 40 minutes. So anytime you can get out of the meditation, you can get out of the yoga class, whatever we're doing on Fridays, you're more than welcome to just stay for however long you want. Today is a visual meditation, so throughout the whole thing, you're welcome to place, what do you call those? Anything over the eyes, just to take out like the objects out of our view and really tap into ourselves in a really deep and intentional way. So when we start, find a comfortable position. I like to sit on a pillow because it helps keep the hips right over the knees, and it helps more with the blood flow. And we'll be starting with some singing bowls. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. Option to place the hands on your knees, either palms facing up if you're feeling more open today, more about receiving, or palms facing down if you need more grounding. You're not feeling as vulnerable today, and both are equally fine. If you want, you're also more than welcome to place your hands over your heart, or one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. And once you find whichever hand position works best for you, slowly close down the eyes. And take a moment to steady the body, starting from the top of the head down to the toes, noticing if there's any tension in the forehead, relaxing the scalp, the back of the neck, releasing the tension in the shoulders, relaxing the diaphragm, the belly, our calves, and our toes. Take a moment to sit with this silence, just observing the body. And slowly introducing the breath in through the nose and out the nose. Take it slow. What we're doing to start is just observing the breath. So if you feel like you're restricting the airflow, it may mean that you're a little anxious or you're not fully present in the body. So that's completely okay. Our goal is to slow the breath, but to not make it forceful. So taking your time. The goal is to do 5 seconds on the inhale, 7 seconds on the exhale. And continue like that. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Continue on your own. And not to alarm you, I'll start using the singing bowl. Let the air flow fluidly, naturally, no restrictions. Continue with your breath. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling for 7. Relax the face. Relax the jaw. And let it flow naturally. When you're ready, lose count of the breath and allow the breath to be natural without counting. And instead, we're bringing our focus, our attention to the air coming in and out of the nose. Maybe you can feel the air flutter on the top of the upper lip. Maybe you can feel the temperature of that air coming out of your nose. And now our visual guide begins. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it all out of the mouth. Last time. Inhale as much air as you possibly can. Sip in a little bit more air. Open the mouth. Exhale. Return back to your normal breath. And as we gaze towards the insides of our eyelids, we're going to use this as our blank slate. With our imagination, I welcome you to imagine a window. Any window, any shape, any color, any size. Not thinking about what is past the window, but just thinking about the window itself. What does the glass look like? The frame. No judgment to it. Just allowing the simplicity and the joyfulness of imagining the first thing that comes to our mind. Now begin to look past the window. What is the first thing that you see? The instinct, the message that you felt just as you looked through it. Does it bring you happiness? Does it bring you nostalgia? What does looking out this window make you feel? Return back to the breath to ground yourself. Breathing in and out of the nose, returning to this whenever you feel jittery, if you feel anxiousness, if you feel yourself departing from this exercise. Our next step is to open the window. Whatever that window looked like for you, go ahead and find a way to open it. Just the simplicity of opening the window. You're not stepping out yet. You're not letting anything out or in. And all of a sudden, you feel a breeze come in through the window. It gives you a scent of the outside, of whatever was outside that window. What does it smell like? Do you smell nature? Do you smell food? Now I welcome you to take a step outside that window. You land on your feet and you look around. There is no worry. There is no fear. You're completely safe. During this guide, allow yourself to come back to love. If the uncertainty is scary for you, anytime you think or feel uncertainty, see it as a moment to change the narrative in your mind. You are the storyteller in this story, in this visual. You can use the tools I give you and make them your own, with your own fingerprint. Now, I want you to see from afar, I want you to imagine that you see a mountain or a little hill. And it's a pleasant looking hill, the type that you could just lay down on the grass and look up towards the sky. You walk over to the hill and you find a good patch of grass that you can lay down on. You get comfortable. You lay down on your back, spreading your hands and feet onto the grass. And the sun comes out. And you feel the heat of the sun on your skin. You feel this warmth. And all of a sudden you feel a rush of wind again. And the combination of the sun and the wind gives you goosebumps, but not unpleasant. It's like a spring's day, still comfortable, still enjoyable. And you return back to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out the nose. And you notice that you're bringing more wind into the wind. You're contributing to this nature, to this experience. And as you lay down in this grass, you slowly become aware of the earth underneath you, of Pachamama, of Gaia, of Mother Nature. And you notice your imprint in the grass, in the dirt, and how the earth is literally creating this imprint of your body. And all of a sudden, you realize you're starting to melt down into the ground, not in a scary way, but you're aware that you're changing realities, that we're moving into a new story. And you float down into the earth, past the grass, floating all the way down to where you are now. Whether you're sitting or laying down in this meditation, you become aware of where you're at once again. Become aware of the imprint that you're making if you're sitting on a pillow or on the floor, or if you're laying down on your bed or on a mat. You become aware of how your legs are folded or extended. And become aware of your hips. You become so aware of the body that you can visualize the belly button. And you bring your attention to the rib cage, to the diaphragm expanding and contracting. And you're creating this 3D model in your head, this super presence into what is real, what is actually happening currently as we speak. So much presence that you can feel your heartbeat. You can feel your heart sitting in your chest. And how every inhale, it's affecting the heart. Every exhale, it's affecting the heart. We're bringing oxygen into the body. We're fueling the heart. We're using this positive outlook towards our body, this super awareness that we are alive, no matter what is going on in our days, that we are alive, and that is huge. That this is real, this is happening. And you feel the spine from the coccyx, from the sacrum, going up the lumbar, the thoracic, the cervical, all the way to the neck, to the skull. You feel this connection from the coccyx all the way up to the top of the skull in one straight line. Go ahead and relax the muscles of the neck. Relax the shoulders. And you notice the shape of the shoulders from the right to the crown of the head, down to the left shoulder, creating this triangular shape. One shoulder, top of the head, other shoulder, and back around. Almost like the Illuminati sign, almost like a pyramid sign, a long triangle. And now we move into our last section. I welcome you to take a really grinny smile. Smile at nothing or everything. You can even fake the smile if you want, if you're not fully feeling it. And our first step in this last process is to send love to ourselves. And one way we can do that is imagining that we are sitting in front of ourselves. And you're telling the person in front of you how much you love that person or yourself. Not in a selfish way, but because you deserve it. Plain and simple. You don't need to look for reasons of why you deserve it or not. It just is. And now, I welcome you to imagine a family member sitting in front of you. It can be your parents, it can be your siblings. And I welcome you to send love to them as well. Imagining that they can hear you. And we're going to expand this love, sending it to our friends, any best friends, normal friends. Finding gratefulness, finding appreciation in them, whether they give it back to you or not. And now we send our love to coworkers, to other people, people that you may see when you walk on your neighborhood, people you may see at your school or your job. Even if you don't know them well, you send them love, you send them peace. And lastly, you send love to everyone on earth. It's a lot of love to give out. For the love of all and the harm of none, we send out this love. Go ahead and place your hands over each other on your heart. Tuck your chin in slightly towards the chest. And take a moment to recharge yourself, to protect your energy. That was a lot to exude just now. If you want to hug yourself, go ahead. You don't have to think about anything at this point. Relax the mind, the brain. There's nothing to do other than to sit here and cover our hearts. Return back to the breath. Return to the 5 and 7 breathing method, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 7. We're at the end now, so take your time. We're just allowing more oxygen to flow in. And slowly drop the hands down onto your knees or one hand over the other in your lap. Relax the forehead, the jaw, separate the teeth from each other. Relax your shoulders once again. And without opening the eyes, notice the gratitude in being here and practicing, even for a few minutes. A short meditation is powerful. And finding gratitude that you showed up for it is immense and so beneficial. Go ahead and place your hands in prayer in front of your chest. And I want to say thank you so much for showing up, for being part of this collective meditation right now. Namaste. Take your time in opening the eyes. I recommend opening the eyes slightly and just gazing down at the floor, and then slowly gazing up. That was wonderful. That's it, my loves. Take your time to come back to this present moment. I know that was a lot to go on, but take it easy. I hope that you use these tools for good, and you can use this in the future. Let me scooch closer. But at any point, you can save this, you can share this with others who would benefit from the meditation.